Hello bakers, and welcome back to another video. My name is Devin Taylor and I am the owner and baker of Sweet Notes Bakery. Today is the final video in my summer series, which was all about desserts perfect for all of your picnics and parties. I have so enjoyed doing this series and I'm planning another one for the fall. You will be able to get all of your fall favorites in one place. So definitely keep watching my channel for that because it'll be here before you know it. Our final perfect party dessert today is going to be a blondie filled with candy and brown sugar and butter and deliciousness. And I am making this for my gluten sensitive friends, so these will actually be gluten-free. I'll drop the recipe in the description box below, and know that you can sub either regular all-purpose flour or you can make it like mine and use a gluten-free flour. You can do them equal parts, cup for cup, measure for measure, which ironically is the name of the flour itself. So let's get started. If you've never made blondies before, you're in for a treat. Of course, they are the sibling or the cousin of brownies, but blondies focus on butter and brown sugar, and that's what gives them their rich, beautiful color and their deliciousness, honestly. So I have a stick and a half of melted butter here. You do want to let it cool down just a little bit before adding your sugars. We're going to do half a cup of white granulated sugar, a full cup of light brown sugar, and we are going to whisk these together until they're nice and smooth. Okay, right now my consistency is kind of like applesauce, but all of my sugars and my butter are in here, so it's time to add our next ingredient, which is one egg yolk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So we're gonna put all of that in together because we don't want to overmix this, and there's so few eggs, so we're just gonna lightly break them up and whisk those in. So next we're gonna add in a half teaspoon of salt because you always need a little salt in something that's a little sweet. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon plus 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon, but I've noticed when I make things that are gluten-free and I use the gluten-free flour, they don't have as much rise, so I want to give it a little extra oomph to rise up like the blondies would, and that's why I add the extra 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. If you're doing them regular, just omit that. But I've done that in my cakes as well, and I've noticed that little tiny bit actually makes a huge difference, and you get the same texture. They're not quite as dense. All that's left to do is add our flour. I have 2 1/4 cup of flour here. I am using cup for cup, which is a gluten-free flour. There's also measure for measure and other similar ones out there. So this is where if you were making it just regular, you would use an all-purpose flour in the exact same amount. I'm just using gluten-free. Now this recipe is for people who are looking to cut back on gluten, maybe for digestive reasons, or they're just looking to cut back on it in their life, or they're gluten sensitive. If the person that you are baking for has celiac disease, or they actually have an allergy to gluten, you want to buy brand new pans, mixing bowls, and everything before making anything like that, so that it's actually an allergen bake. This is just for people who are sensitive to it. It's going to go in a pan where in the past things have been baked with gluten. If you do that with someone with an allergy, anything could transfer over, and then, you know, technically it's not an allergy bake. So today we're just doing a nice gluten-free number for people who are cutting it back and feeling a little healthier doing so. So I'm just going to mix the flour in gradually, and you'll see it mixes in just like regular flour. There's no difference. All right, halfway through I switched to my spatula because this batter is going to be thick. This is much more of a dough. So folding it over with a spatula is much easier than trying to get the whisk through. And it is an arm workout if you are not using a mixer. So, you know, you can skip the gym as far as arms, but don't skip leg day. Okay, so now your candy of choice. Today I'm using mini M&Ms and mini chocolate chips. I love the minis because they get absolutely everywhere in the batter, and then every bite of the Blondie has a piece of candy or chocolate in it, and even distribution. That is what I'm looking for. So you're gonna fold this over. All right, the candy is all mixed in here. I have washed my hands because I'm going to use my hands for this next step. I have a 9x13 dish here with my parchment, with the overhang, sprayed with non-stick. And now we're just going to press it down into the pan as evenly as possible. Like I said, this part is way easier with your hands because right now it's very much like cookie dough. So we're just gonna press it out into the corners. There we have it. Look at all of that candy. There is going to be a piece in every bite, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So now this gets popped into a preheated 350-degree oven for 25 to 28 minutes until it's nice and golden brown on top. Let it cool at room temperature, slice, and you are ready to enjoy a delicious, ooey, gooey, fudgy, wonderful Blondie. And with that, my summer series has come to an end. I've had so much fun filming these videos and finding the recipes. This is the first series that I've done like this, and I've really enjoyed it. And I appreciate you hanging out with me and doing a couple of videos. So if you've missed any from the summer series, don't worry. I'm gonna put one right here. You can just click on that. You can also go to my page, watch them in any order, it doesn't matter, and try out some of those recipes. They are party pleasers all year round, but they are perfect in the summer. And of course, let me know what you think. If you don't already, but you would like to, you can follow me on other social media platforms. They're in the description box as well, my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You should subscribe to this channel for all the wonderfulness that it is, and hit the notification bell. That'll let you know every time I upload new content. I hope you enjoyed my first series. I'm very excited to be doing a 6-week series in the fall, which will be all fall baking and some cake decorating. So if you are a lover of all those fall flavors, definitely gonna wanna stick around on my channel. Thank you all so much for your support. Before you leave, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone, or tag them, somebody who you think might like this content. And as always, I hope you have a sweet day.